Hey guys, WhiteHD here, coming at you with the first episode of League Ladder on FIFA 14. So, this is a team we will be using throughout this series. It's a 75 rated Bundesliga team with Kraft in goal, Bamba Anderson, Giroud centre backs, Fuchs the Austrian man at left back, Rafinha right back, Baumgartlinger CDM, Takashi Inui at left mid, and Schmid at right mid, Ronnie the Brazilian with amazing shot power at cam. Two strikers will be the Colombian beast himself, Adrian Ramos, and the Swiss man, Aaron Derdiol. So basically this series is all based off of overall ratings of all the players, and as you will have noticed, the whole team was 75 rated, apart from Rafinha that was 76 rated. The reason for him being 76 rated is that there are no low rated gold right backs in the Bundesliga. So really all I do is I progress with this team through players in the Bundesliga and they get upgraded depending on how many goals they score. And there's some ground rules for this series of how you get upgraded. So the strikers, where you've seen Ramos and Derdiol score 2 headers off the corners themselves already, they need to score 4 goals before they get upgraded. The cam, which was Ronnie in this team, has to score 3 goals. The left mid and right mid, so Inui and Schmid in this team, have to score 2 goals. Baumgartlinger, the CDM, has to score 1 goal, and so do all of the defenders. The goalie gets upgraded when he's got 3 clean sheets or 3 man of the matches, or that can be mixed up. So maybe they get not man of the matches, match ratings over 8.5. So they might get 2 match ratings over 8.5 and a clean sheet, and in that case they would get upgraded 1 rating. But say for example there's a 76 rated player and in his position there's no 77 rated player, then instead I just go up to the 78 rated player. And at the moment I'm not 100% sure when I'm going to stop the series. I'm telling you now, it's not going to go up until the second informed Lewandowskis, the Riberys, the Robins, because at the end of the day I simply just won't be able to afford it. So now we've got over the ground rules there. It's 2-0 for us, and we're playing against the BPL team like we do several times in this episode, and we go with the kickoff glitch from Baumgartlinger to Ramos, and he scores that partly, and that glitch is just so over. So it's 3-0 here, and we go through with Ron. He just gives Ronnie way too much space outside the box. His left foot is just absolutely lethal, and he definitely takes advantage of my opponent's mistake right there. Then Bamba Anderson scores off the corner, and that concludes the game, leaving it at 5-1. And Bamba Anderson's goal there will allow him to get upgraded 1 position, which was not 1 position, 1 rating. Which you'll see later. You guys may have noticed this is still on current gen. I do not have an next gen console yet, but I'll be looking into maybe getting one or something similar. And if I do get one, then I will probably continue this series on the next gen console. So here you see we upgrade Bamba Anderson, the 75 rated player, who was a very good player for us, to David Abraham, the centre back from Argentina, and we also apply a Sentinel chemistry style on him. I tend to apply Sentinel chemistry styles to most of my centre backs, so that won't be a unique thing throughout this series. And I also make sure throughout the series that all of the players have chemistry styles, as I feel if you can give them a little boost, I don't see why you shouldn't. So we come up against another BPL team in the 4-3-3 4th version formation, and he scores a corner with David Luiz, and then he breaks off of, I think I had just had a corner, and Jesus Navas completely outpaces Fuchs at left back, which he should, considering he has 91 pace and Fuchs has some pace somewhere in the 70s. But we take it, we cross it to Derdiol, who's at the back post with Inui, but we couldn't do much more than that, and the game ends at 2-1, which was unfortunate. But if you look on the positives, at least we managed to give Derdiol a goal, and Kraft, our goalie there, managed to get a very good match rating, so that ticks off 1 of the 3 things he has to do in order to get upgrade. And we go up here against another BPL team. This will be the second last game of this episode, and he is a very solid 4-3-2-1 team with Remy, Nani and Schürrle up front, 3 very pacey players, and then a solid midfield as well. But Derdiol breaks through here after picking up a loose ball over the halfway line. He does some step overs to give himself some space and nicely slots that away past the goalie. And he spots another run there. Derriot spots a runner Ramos, and instead of shooting, Ramos passes it across goal to Inui, who manages to score that into the open net. And my opponent decides he had enough, and the game ends at 2-0, which adds to another clean sheet for Kraft. And Aaron Derdiok has now also scored his 4 goals, so we can now switch him out for Hung Min Sun, the Korean beast with 5-star weak foot and very solid stats. And he is an extremely good player, and the 5-star weak foot really comes in handy. But we come up yet again against another BPL team, so only BPL teams this episode as our opponents, with Inform Adebayor up front, so I wasn't really know what to expect. I did expect him to do a lot of crossing, because Adebayor is very good in the air, and I can only imagine his Inform would be even better in the air. But Nani scores, slots it away nicely into the far side netting, and he does exactly the same for the second goal in the 36th minute. Which I was slightly surprised by, and we had to look towards getting a comeback. Hung Min Sun capitalizes off the rebound and poaches to give us the 2-1, and then a nice ball to Son, who then manages to use his preferred foot to slot it away and equalize to make it 2-2. And straight after kickoff, I really thought that was a free kick, but it turns out it wasn't. Schmid paces down the wing and does some work first, or 1-2, and then he paces down the wing and crosses it in. Ramos with 85 heading is definitely in the box, and he manages to give us the comeback and make it 3-2 for us. He does break through but I decide to take a professional foul, I guess, and score and get a red card with Juru, so he won't be, which is slightly unfortunate. But we're getting to the end of this episode. If you enjoyed the episode, enjoy the series, please leave a like. As always, subscribe. We win that game, and as always, peace.